If you're born on the 7th, the 16th, the 25th, or if you have a life path 7 or a name number 7, you are known as the mystic in numerology. These people are deep, highly intelligent, philosophical, they're non-materialistic, and they identify with their inner world. And so because of this, a lot of 7s have a really hard time expressing their inner world with other people because it makes them feel extremely vulnerable. All 7s at some point in their life eventually come to realize that they're extremely different from other people internally. And so there's a disconnect. And this is why a lot of them remain quiet, because there's nothing that they can say to contribute to the conversation that's going to relate to other people, and there's nothing that other people are saying to them that relates to them. And so there's a disconnect. And based off of how a 7's uniqueness makes them feel is going to determine the rest of their life. The 7s that don't value their uniqueness will use their intelligence to study the world to figure out what traits and what characteristics they need to develop to prove to the world that they do fit in. Then once they get that validation that they were looking for, they'll realize that it makes them feel empty and doesn't fulfill them. And so they go to be very depressed and very miserable and very empty on the inside, but they never show it on the outside, or they just slowly regress and just slowly die at a soul level. For the 7s that do value their uniqueness, they go down 2 separate paths. One 7 becomes very arrogant and views themselves as better than other people, and they view everyone else as dumb on the outside of them, and so they'll isolate themselves from the rest of humanity and spend all their time alone. And over time, their social skills are going to become very extremely poor, and people are going to irritate them very easily, and they're always going to be angry, and they're going to grow to be very cynical and turn into like a Rick. If anyone who's seen Rick and Morty, Rick is a perfect example of that type of 7. Someone who uses their intelligence to live for themselves. And they just eat themselves up on the inside, because humans are social creatures. If we can't find any way to connect with other people, relate to other people, eventually we're gonna grow to be very depressed, and our souls are gonna slowly die and wither away. And finally, for the exalted 7s that also value their uniqueness, they spent their time alone or their time spent in solitude developing their inner world and creating a philosophy that can sustain them at a soul level, and then seeking and searching and allowing their soul to guide them into finding an outlet or a platform to express their inner world with the rest of the world in a way that it could be relatable to other people, so that they can absorb it and receive it and then evolve the consciousness of the rest of humanity. These are the 7s that actually gain fulfillment. These are the 7s that actually live with purpose. A perfect example of this is Muhammad Ali. He used his boxing career as an outlet or a platform to share his philosophy with the rest of the world. Bruce Lee is another 7. He used martial arts, and he used acting, and he used his career to express his philosophy with the rest of the world. Another example of this is Tupac. Tupac is a psychic number 7. He was able to use his music as a platform to express his inner world with the rest of the world. Trippie Redd, J. Cole, these are also 7s. They use their music to express their inner world with the rest of the world as well. But as a 7, you need to find yourself, create a philosophy that can sustain you, and then find a platform that you can use to express your inner world with the rest of the world in a way that it could be relatable, so that you can bring soul to this world. Because the 7 is non-materialistic. You guys are some of the very few people that understand that true fulfillment comes from within, and it can't be achieved on the material plane. So once you find that fulfillment for yourself, then find a platform to share it with the rest of the world. And that's how you guys can become valuable. As a human being, if you cannot relate to the rest of the world, you are completely useless. You are a waste of oxygen. You are a waste of space. You have no purpose, and you shouldn't be here. This is what makes the 7 the mystic. If you want to get what you want out of life, you have to spend a considerable amount of time alone and in solitude, developing and enriching and growing your inner world, because you guys are not motivated by material things. And so that can't drive you. You guys have to find your own path. And you do this by going within and allowing your soul to guide you into fulfillment and into enlightenment. Then once you find that fulfillment, share that with the rest of the world. Create a philosophy or build an outlet that you can use to share this with other people. And this will be able to provide for you mentally, spiritually, and physically. As a 7, you should know you should never worry about the materialistic world. Your inner gifts will give you everything that you need. It can attract the perfect partner for you. It can attract financial stability. It can attract fame. Everything that you need out of life to thrive. You will get it by tuning in and focusing on your gifts. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Chaldean numerology, just click the link in my profile bio and read my book, Supreme Mathematics, A Complete Guide on Chaldean Numerology. Or if you'd like a personal reading, just book a consultation, and you can also find that in the link in my profile bio.